I've been thinking a lot about how simple joys can really make us happy. For example, last time I went to the park, I bring my camping chair, a tumbler of coffee, and my Kindle. I read a book for 30 to 40 minutes. It was such a joyful experience to me. I'd be able to read it in such a comfortable, windy, as the winds hitting my body. It felt so good. But I also realized that there are people who don't find this enjoyable. They put a standard on the things that can bring them happiness. But most of the time, happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy. You can choose any simple activity and make a choice that you will enjoy it, and you will enjoy it most of the time. It just you have to change the way you're thinking and the way you're feeling about something. It's become a wonderful experience to you. I've learned about people on their deathbed. They often say one of their biggest regrets is, I wish I had let myself be happier. If they've been given a second chance, they will let these simple things to bring them joy as they're doing it. At the end of the day, only you can make yourself happy, not things outside of you. And we look at people who are miserable. They work really hard to accumulating material stuff in their life. They buy one car and they buy another car. You must be wondering why these people do this. It takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time to accumulate all this stuff. But if it's truly something that he really enjoys, then that's good. But the problem is most of the time they're seeking for other people validation. And it becomes worse when you get a debt. You use a debt to buy all this stuff. You cannot maintain it. You will be in financial stress as you work hard to pay for these things. All these material things that you bought is owning you, not you owning them. And that can be really sad. All the external things that you can get outside that you think it can make you happy, it's really not. This is what we call hedonic treadmill. It never stops. The moment you buy a new car, for example, you get that other people validation, and after 3 months, it's become new normal. You felt normal, and you want something more other than this. That's where the time where you want to sell it, you want to buy a new stuff. You keep adding this, not knowing that the problem isn't the things that you have, but the way you seek happiness. You're seeking it the wrong way by focus on external. I've come to realize that nothing external can truly bring happiness. So I've started avoiding pointless things and instead focus on finding ways to feel joy, to stay tuned in myself. By thinking and feeling in ways that make me happy, even about things that haven't happened yet but will. As long as I maintain the mindset and feelings I want to have. This is where the meditation come into place. I've tried it. I've tried it for several times already. And the last time I did it, it really brings joy to me. So to be stay tuned with your thought, with your feelings, using this elevated emotion, positive intentions, and you always pulling the energy back to you being present. If you start to thinking about things that you want to do afterwards, you stop it. The more I do that, I become more present, and actually I can being happy just be with me, and that's such a powerful experience. And I really want to keep doing this because how much happy I felt without depending on the external things, and all the external things that I couldn't control. And I felt the best way is to let it go, surrender to it, and focus on myself, creating a chemistry that I want, chemistry that can truly change my life, to become the better version of myself, to be fulfilled, to meet my purpose without doing harm to my body, doing harm to my mind. And that's something that I truly wish for. And I have set my mind to keep living by following my purpose and find joys in every simple things that I've done on daily basis. State of being. On day-to-day basis, are we being a person that we want to be? You have to be aware first, to bring the awareness to this body that has become mine. Because if you look at it, your body do things better than your brain. It become a mind in a way. You can do a lot of things without thinking about it, and your body will do that. But it's become a problem where you use this body was programmed in a way that bring you suffering. For example, if you're reliving the past, you have a sad memory, your pet died. And then in the present, you have something sad happen, but it's not the same, and it's not as intense as it was before when your pet died. But you pull it, that emotion, that memorized emotion, you use it, and you will feel the same sadness. So that's why it can be a problem when you're not moving on from something. You still hold on to it, and you cannot be a better version or different version of yourself that you want, because you keep reliving the past. How to do that is to be aware, bring it to the surface, to see it objectively, because our body has become a mind. It can move on its own, and you have to treat your body like a wild or undisciplined dog, that you need to train it in a way that you want. If you stop it with your mind, you can stop your body actually. It requires a lot of energy. First of all is to look at how you are using the energy right now. Usually we waste our energy because we focus on the things that is material, and it's worse if you be in a state of fight or flight situation most of the time. Fight or flight response is something that is valuable, that was given to us, and it's really working well for our ancestors. They have to run away from a predator, and they always be in this state where the environment, the time and body is bigger, that they can overcome it. For example, if they counter this predator, right, they need to think about time. How long does it take for me to get to the nearest cave, to protect my body, and always look at the environment to save themselves. But it become problem where we don't need that kind of response anymore, and uses a lot of life force out of us. It drains our life force. So that's you want to be careful of, so that you're not wasting it. You're not putting the precious energy, the life force that you have to all those things. For example, you're stuck in the traffic jam, and then you use the same response to survive to the traffic jam. Something mundane as traffic jam, you react to it. You live in the reactive mode, not creation mode. You do that most of the time. That's why you always in this overdrive condition. That's why you cannot, if you cannot overcome it, you won't be successful.